me to say the words? Fine, I'll say them. You slept with me the night before marrying my father.
Don't you dare throw that night in my face like you were an innocent bystander. What happened between us was mutual. It wasn't like I seduced you.
I never said you did. And I take full responsibility for my part in it. You know, I just thought maybe you would postpone the wedding so we could figure a few things out.
When I started dating your father, I knew you most likely had feelings for me.
You have any feelings for me?
Of course I did. But I couldn't admit it just then. I did not want to get involved with another subject. I just couldn't. And the night before the wedding, I couldn't lie to myself anymore. Yes, I had deep feelings for Gregory, but my feelings for you were just as real. Do you remember what I said to you?
You said you'd call off the wedding if I could admit my feelings for you.
When you kissed me, I thought that was it. That you were declaring your feelings for me. But the next morning, you could not have gotten out of that bed fast enough. You told me to forget what happened between us.
I slept with my father's fiancée. What can I say? I didn't react well.
You made your choice, and then I made mine. I wasn't going to give away everything with Gregory to a fantasy. So I wasn't going to do it. So you want to know the really sad part? I kept looking for you. At church, I kept looking for you to show up. Beg me not to go through with it. Insisted that I be with you. Hell, at the very least, I thought you'd show up and tell your father what happened with us. But you never showed up. Not at the wedding or anywhere else after that. So yeah. I went ahead and married your father.
You wanted me to stop the wedding. But when I didn't show up, you went ahead and married my dad anyway. I guess that makes him a hell of a consolation prize.
That is not true. I was torn between the two of you. When you pulled your vanishing act, I only had one path to follow. I loved Gregory. This was not a fleeting thing. Our marriage, having Harry, those were the best times, best years of my life.
Okay.
Sure, I'm human. I've hurt Gregory through the years, but every husband and wife goes through things. But what you did, you broke his heart. You gave up your father's name because you were ashamed of yourself, because you no longer felt you deserved it.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Before you talk about my dishonesty, I was not the one that wanted to keep this a secret. I told you your father deserved to know the truth. You wanted to keep this quiet. You insisted we take it to our graves.
Because Maxie's pregnant, Peter went through a lot of genetic testing, and he told me that he carries the marker for rheumatoid arthritis, which he thought he got from me. But when I was diagnosed with PV, I also had a lot of genetic testing, and I don't carry the marker for RA. And Nathan, when he found out, much to his horror, that he might be Faison's son, he went through genetic testing. He didn't have the marker for RA, and as far as I know, Britt doesn't suffer from RA, which leads me to believe that perhaps Faison didn't have the marker for it either.
So if you could confirm that Faison wasn't a carrier, then Peter would have inherited the gene from his mother.
Yes. That would make Alex his mother. And that's why Finn and I were in your lab, because we know that you're conducting an experiment on the brains of serial killers, and we know that Faison's brain was donated to you for the study. So if you would release it to me or a sample, then I can get it genetically tested and I can get the answers that I want. I don't know what else to do, Kevin. I really don't.
I'm not going to release Faison's remains to you, Anna. I can't.